Our next guest is, she's a very charismatic Finnish lady. Her name is Henna Keränen, and she is Finnish, but she works in Stockholm, and she works for the Stockholm Incubators Sting, which is a long-running, very famous incubator in the Nordics.
Yes. She must have a heart of gold.
She has a heart of gold, and here she
Sting.
is, Henna Keränen.
If you get that reference,
Hi.
I applaud you. I applaud
Welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Hi, thank you. Hey.
Hey. So we've kicked off this morning on the theme of accelerators and incubators, and Isak, as everyone knows, don't know anything about
Nothing.
why we're here in the first
really.
place. But now we know a little bit more, and we started off fleshing out what are the different, what did these things mean, and Rautio has told us a little bit about Maria 01, which is an impressive space. It's going to be 20,000 square meters next year.
Oh, okay, cool.
And but it's nothing compared to an incubator in China.
Chengdu. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how big is that?
80,000
Oh
square
my
meters.
god.
And then there was, you talked about some that was like 400 square kilometers or something. Like that's a.
I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
missing
beyond
the point.
thinking.
Yeah, I
beyond
think
the
so.
point of incubators, like you're not gonna run into anyone living there for a month. You're gonna be like, where is everyone?
It's beyond think company.
Yeah, and it's kind of like beyond thinking about it, that you work in this like space, like this chiller space that you like work in your garage or somewhere.
How big are Sting's offices?
We don't have our own office,
Oh,
and we
I
are
see.
working in different co-working spaces. So in those spaces where our companies are working. So we are located in different kind of co-working spaces in Stockholm. So of course inside of them we have a small office, and then we have a small office for our companies as well. But we hope, that's why we want to work in other co-working spaces, because we want to like get the chance for them like to meet other people and get the influence also that what is happening, what is going on, and so on.
Right. This is very interesting because we established a concept of an incubator. We talked about this space, sort of a hostel. We use the metaphor of a hostel for startups.
Yeah.
But you're lacking this space right now. So what is the focus of Sting right now? What are you doing for Swedish companies?
We are of course, our main focus is our companies. We want to create companies that are successful, like Swedish Next Unicorns is our like focus, of course, and that we are like focusing very hard. We trying to find new solutions. How can we help them more? Of course, all the time investors are crucial, so we of course like here as well trying to find out new investors and the relationship, and of course main partners. If you think corporate, for example, they can be an early stage customer for many startups. And of course, like give them the examples. Obviously, they have done something right because they are so big, right? So that is something that we also want to like provide them the possibility. Yeah.
Awesome.
So can you say a little bit more about? You said that you don't have your own. You're in many different locations.
Yeah.
So whereas, for example, Hanken Business Lab has a very distinct space in the basement at Hanken, the cellar.
Almost defined by its space.
It's
But
defined
it's
by
open
its
for the
space.
students.
And it's open for students.
Yeah.
And Maria 01 has taken over a hospital, and they're expanding very fast. And but so how does this work? So yours is a different type of incubator. Is it an incubator? What's the term you would use to describe Sting?
I would say that we are an incubator and accelerator. So we have two programs.
Okay, you're both, yes.
But beside them, I can say that we are a community or an ecosystem, because we are providing.
A community-orientated ecosystem.
Yeah, that is a correct. That is actually a pretty good one.
we said that entrepreneurial ecosystem is a mouthful,
Yeah.
and now you've just added to the complexity, so that's going to be two mouthfuls.
But I think that is. It's like special because we have of course the programs that we provide, and in the programs we provide different kind of workshops, coaching, marketing support, and so on. But we have also like recruitment service.
Yeah.
We are helping them to find the right talents to create a team. We have our own investment network. So inside of Sting, we have gathered business angels and VCs. All the investors of the Sting community, it calls Propel Capital.
What's it called?
Propel Capital.
Propel.
Yes.
Propel.
Like propel, precis.
Accelerate,
Exactly.
propel, incubate.
Yeah.
Ecosystem.
Community, and they are financing our accelerator programs. And we also create like different kind of events, matchmaking events, where our investment network and the companies that Sting alumni companies or the current Sting companies get to meet each other and probably like find the perfect match.
Yes.
So that is how we do, and we are looking like carefully, or we have looked carefully. Sting has established 15 years ago, and the role model for us has been the Y Combinator in Silicon Valley. It works in a pretty similar way.
The Y Combinator.
Y Combinator, like.
Okay, we should probably know this, but we don't.
You should go visit Y Combinator to Silicon Valley. I think there's some sun.
But can you sell us why first?
Are you saying I need sun? I do. I think I do.
Probably you need.
Yes.
I think we all need it.
I like honesty, and I do know that myself. I look myself in the mirror.
We
every
are
morning,
friends.
So is there another reason aside from getting him tanned up?
Yeah, I would say there's plenty of reasons, but in Y Combinator it has been chosen to world's best incubator many times.
Wow.
So that's a good role model.
And it's in San Francisco?
In San Francisco, in the Bay Area, and inside of it, it's like the same thing that we have in Sting. So they have like this network of investors who are funding the Y Combinator companies, and they are like created this whole community about the Y Combinator alumni, the Y Combinator current companies. They are like huge.
Are there some companies that we might know that have come out of Y? I forgot the name.
That's a tricky question.
It is? Okay. I'm not going to put you on the spot if that's a question, but okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure actually. I should look up at the companies that have been, but it's like all sorts of companies that we have worked with.
Okay.
We had worked with 200 a little bit over.
Cool. We've talked a little bit about cooperation and collaboration in contrast to competition, and that kind of this whole world is very kind of fussy and vague about which one it belongs to. What's your take?
Who owns the world?
No.
What are your
The
questions?
relationship between cooperation and competition, are they diametrically opposed? Can they work in sort of a symbiosis?
Well, I believe to cooperation. I think everybody needs each other. I think it's a both side way. That everybody, if you have like what kind of cooperation, I think it should. The right cooperation is something that it gives to the both sides. It should be like interactive, of course.
This was a leading question because I wanted to then ask you. So you're a Finnish lady from Vasa, and you visited Hanken for the first time.
Yeah.
First time ever. Okay.
First time ever. I'm so happy. I have so many like friends in there and so on. Now I know.
And you
Hanken.
went straight to the basement, Hanken business.
Exactly.
To the bottom.
To the bottom.
Yes, because from there the only way is up.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you've come from Stockholm and you work at Sting and you're here at Slush. In the spirit of cooperation, what are you looking to what sort of networks are you hoping to build here? As, for example, maybe with us, Hanken Business Lab.
Well, of course, contact. Important contact all the time.
We're getting this on camera.
So exactly. Now I promise something that you remind me every this is a
contract.
Yeah, exactly. So well, of course, contract. The investors, as I mentioned before, are very crucial for us. Best practices, what works. It's always interesting to hear other communities how they are like handling things. Of course, I think like Nordic countries are pretty similar. We have the same kind of societies. We are all very strong when it comes to technology and innovation and so on.
Yes.
We want to create the mobility, so welcome everyone to Stockholm. There's pretty good accelerator and incubator in there. So of course, if there's a Finnish, whatever, like people who are clever and good and want to experience, let's say, the world, that we are open, and we hope that it's like.
What do you think?
So it's not for us.
How could you collaborate with Sting?
I think a great question. And you know, when we had here prior Voitto Kangas here, we've been feeding possibilities for companies to go to Maria, 01, and I see this as a very natural thing going forward. So once our companies at the Hanken Business Lab grows and have internationalization plans, which is the most logical place for Hanken students to go and test markets is currently Stockholm.
Exactly,
And,
I think it's...
So a very natural one is to, if we have the dialogues open, to help our students to find good places to start off their ventures in Stockholm as well as in Helsinki.
Yeah, I think it's very like good because that you mentioned, because it's something that it's always important for startups that they have like international contacts and global contacts, because that is they want to scale up.
They want to scale up, and on that path it's good to collaborate between the different incubators. But could I make your world will still a little bit more complex with competition, co-opetition. I'll introduce two other terms here.
We'll brace ourselves.
Embrace, and this is for profits and non-profits, which is rather important part of this thing as well.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of players that are sort of non-profits. They want to create possibilities for others to build up businesses through that. Like Hanken Business Lab, we're not here to make money of our companies. We're to help them forward and grow and prosper. Yeah, and you have also in the background something of a foundation or something?
Yeah, background of Sting, who like started Sting. Was a foundation, and now we are a non-profit company, so we are like we don't like
Electrum.
Electrum, exactly. Yeah. And it's like 15 years ago it created Sting.
So you're that old, so you must be one of the oldest actually.
I would say so, probably, because the main reason was to create the startup ecosystem or the startup culture in Sweden, and that's how we came up. I haven't been there 15 years, so I don't know the old history, but
we can figure that out.
Yeah.
Great. You know, in that sense, Hanken Business Lab is sort of new kid on the block, and we have players like you guys been 15 years.
But that's important.
Hanken Business Lab, the new kid on the block.
I think it's super fresh to see the new kids on the block as well.
But Stockholm, you have a long tradition there, like our partner school Handels.
Yeah.
The Handels Business Lab has been since the 2000s, so they've been a long period as well there, and we're establishing different links to work together with them as well as yourself. And we have Norrsken there as well as a really impressive incubator at Birger Jarlsgatan in Stockholm.
It's very cool office.
What's that called?
Norrsken.
Norrsken. Yeah. Yes. Henna, thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for educating us.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Huge pleasure.
And come back, please.
I'll come.
Come and visit us again at Hanken.
Absolutely.
That was a contract.
Yeah, exactly. That was a contract. I'll come back.
Okay.